Listen like a child learns, a simple way to improve English. When children learn their first language, they don't start with grammar rules or vocabulary lists. They begin by listening. This natural approach is highly effective, and it's something adults can adopt when learning English. Here's how you can improve your language skills by listening like a child learns. 1. Immerse yourself in English. Children hear their native language constantly, whether it's through conversations, songs, or stories. To mimic this, surround yourself with English as much as possible. Listen to podcasts, watch movies or TV shows, and play songs in English. The more exposure you have, the more familiar the language will become. 2. Focus on sounds and patterns. Children pay attention to the sounds of words and the rhythm of sentences. They learn to recognize patterns before understanding every word. As an English learner, try to focus on the tone, intonation, and flow of the language. Even if you don't catch every word, your brain will start to absorb the structure. 3. Repeat and imitate. Kids naturally repeat what they hear, copying the words and sentences spoken around them. You can do the same by repeating phrases you hear in podcasts, songs, or videos. This helps improve your pronunciation and builds muscle memory for speaking. 4. Don't worry about understanding everything. Children don't stress about every word they don't know. They pick up meaning from context. When listening in English, focus on the overall message instead of every detail. Over time, your comprehension will naturally improve. 5. Make it fun. Learning through listening doesn't have to feel like work. Listen to things you enjoy, like your favorite songs, comedy shows, or even cooking videos. The more engaging the content, the easier it will be to stay motivated. By adopting this childlike approach to listening, you'll gain confidence, improve your understanding, and start speaking English more naturally. Listen, repeat, and enjoy the journey.
2. Listen like a child learns. Learning English by listening like a child is one of the most natural and effective ways to develop fluency. When babies and young children learn a language, they don't start by memorizing grammar rules or vocabulary lists. Instead, they immerse themselves in the sounds of the language, gradually connecting words and meanings through constant exposure. This method leverages the way our brains naturally acquire language, making it both enjoyable and intuitive. Why listening is powerful. 1. Natural learning. Listening is how we first learn any language. It's a skill we develop before we can speak, read, or write. 2. Improves pronunciation. Hearing native speakers helps you understand proper pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. 3. Builds vocabulary. Listening exposes you to new words and phrases in context, making it easier to remember and use them. 4. Enhances grammar understanding. Without focusing on rules, you'll pick up patterns of grammar through repetition. 5. Boosts confidence. The more you listen, the more familiar the language feels, reducing hesitation when speaking. Step 1. Start with simple content. Begin with easy-to-understand materials designed for beginners or children. These often use basic vocabulary, clear pronunciation, and repetitive sentences. Examples include children's songs, simple tunes like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, or Old MacDonald Had a Farm help you learn new words and practice pronunciation. Stories for kids. Audiobooks or videos with visual aids are engaging and provide context for understanding. Beginner podcasts. Some podcasts are created specifically for English learners and focus on everyday language. Example activity, listen and repeat. 1. Choose a short story or song. 2. Play it several times, listening carefully to the words and pronunciation. 3. Pause after each sentence or line and repeat aloud. Step 2. Immerse yourself in real-life conversations. Listen to how English is spoken in everyday life. This doesn't mean you need to be in an English-speaking country. You can create an immersive environment with movies and TV shows. Start with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles as you progress. YouTube channels. Find vloggers, tutorials, or educational videos on topics you enjoy. Social media. Watch short clips or reels where people use casual, conversational English. Example activity, shadowing. 1. Pick a short clip from a movie or video. 2. Listen to a line, then immediately repeat it, imitating the speaker's tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. 3. Gradually work on longer sentences. Step 3. Focus on context, not every word. When you're listening, don't get stuck on trying to understand every single word. Focus on the overall meaning. For example, if you're listening to a cooking video, watch the actions and listen for familiar words like cut, mix, or add. In a conversation, pay attention to tone and gestures to understand the emotions behind the words. Example activity, guess the meaning. 1. Listen to a short passage or dialogue. 2. Without looking up unfamiliar words, write down what you think it means. 3. Check your guesses by re-listening or using subtitles. Step 4. Use repetition to build familiarity. Repetition is key to mastering listening skills. Children hear the same words and phrases repeatedly, which helps them remember. Listen to the same audio multiple times. The first time, focus on the general meaning. The second time, pay attention to specific words or phrases. The third time, try to mimic the pronunciation. Sing along to songs. Repeating lyrics helps you learn sentence structures and rhythm effortlessly. Step 5. Gradually increase difficulty. As you improve, challenge yourself with more complex materials. Move from children's content to news articles, podcasts, or audiobooks for adults. Explore different accents by listening to speakers from various English-speaking regions.
Explore different accents by listening to speakers from various English-speaking regions, e.g. American, British, Australian. Watch videos or shows without subtitles and try to understand as much as you can. Example activity, compare accents. 1. Choose a topic you're familiar with, like a news story. 2. Listen to how different speakers talk about it, noting variations in pronunciation and word usage. Step 6. Make listening part of your daily routine. Consistency is critical. Incorporate listening practice into your daily life. During commutes, listen to podcasts, audiobooks, or radio shows. While exercising, play English songs or motivational speeches. Before bed, relax with a story or meditation audio in English. Example activity, daily listening journal. 1. Dedicate 15 to 30 minutes to listening every day. 2. Write a short summary of what you heard, including any new words or phrases. Step 7. Engage with interactive listening. Interactive activities make listening more dynamic. Conversations with native speakers, join language exchange programs or online platforms. Listening games, apps like Duolingo or Quizlet offer fun ways to practice. Question and answer. After listening to a story or video, answer comprehension questions. Step 8. Combine listening with other skills. Listening becomes even more effective when paired with speaking, reading, or writing. Listen and speak. After hearing a story, summarize it aloud. Listen and write. Transcribe audio clips to improve both listening and spelling. Listen and read. Follow along with transcripts or subtitles to strengthen vocabulary and pronunciation. Step 9. Embrace patience and perseverance. Learning through listening is a gradual process. Children take years to become fluent, so don't expect instant results. Celebrate small achievements, like understanding a new word or catching the gist of a conversation. Challenges and solutions. Difficulty understanding fast speech. Start with slower audios and gradually work up to native speeds. Frustration with unfamiliar words. Remember, it's okay not to understand everything. Focus on context. Boredom. Choose topics that interest you to stay engaged. Benefits of listening like a child. 1. Natural fluency. You'll pick up the language in a way that feels organic. 2. Improved comprehension. Understanding spoken English becomes easier over time. 3. Enhanced speaking skills. By mimicking native speakers, your pronunciation and confidence will improve. 4. Cultural insights. Listening exposes you to cultural nuances and idiomatic expressions. Incorporating "listen like a child learns" into your language practice creates a strong foundation for fluency. Make listening a fun and regular part of your routine, and watch your English skills grow.